Snows in the air, tree everywhere, wind from the lake, something in the
Welcome back, fancy people. So today I'm going to show you how to make your very own DIY minimalist concrete candle. Let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is some candle wax. You can find unscented candle wax from your local Michaels. They come in like a big bulk, so it's pretty nice. The next thing you're going to need are your molds. I'm just using a Fiji water bottle as well as a Smart water bottle. Then you're going to need some candle wicks. You could also find these at your local Michaels. Then to make your candle smell good, you're going to need some essential oils of your choice. And then to create the cool base, you're going to need to get some concrete. I am using Quick Crete ready to use concrete mix. Got it from Home Depot for only $3.97. Then you're going to need some water. And you're going to need a bucket that you don't really care about because you're going to be mixing concrete in it. So it's going to be kind of concrete. Now the first step is to empty out your molds. If you're going to be using a water bottle like I am, go ahead and pour that water out. The second step is we're going to go ahead and cut off the top of our water bottles. Now, be careful with doing this. I just kind of like, just went after it and kind of just like killed it. But yeah, so be careful. Make sure you're just being careful. Once you get a hole, you can then just get some scissors and then you can just cut right through it. Now, using a water bottle mold is going to be really easy because you can just peel it off and it kind of creates this really beautiful smooth surface with the concrete. Now, what we're going to do is you're going to go ahead and mix your concrete together. It's super simple. All you're going to do is add water. So for every 2 cups of concrete, you're going to do 1 cup of water. Simple. Now you're going to go ahead and pour your water in. And now when you pour your water in, you do, if you have like, I'm using a Starbucks cup, so I did 2 Starbucks cups full of powder, of concrete powder, and then I did 1 cup of water. I did about 4 cups, I think. So you're going to mix it, and you want like a peanut butter consistency. I think mine was a little bit too watery, but it ended up being just fine. Now you're just going to go ahead and just, once you get that consistency, you're going to go ahead and just put the concrete into your mold. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to put anything inside. You just go ahead and shove it and put it in there. Now, I didn't have gloves, and this is concrete, and you don't really want to get it on your skin, so make sure that you wear gloves, and you also are wearing glasses because you don't want to get concrete in your eye either. That's really dangerous. And then once you get it in there, you let it dry for about 24 hours, and then it's going to be hard as a rock in there. But don't worry, that's exactly what we want to happen. Now your next step is just go ahead and melt that wax. Now you can do a double boiler system where you just put like a glass bowl inside of your water, boiling water, that way, which works. But you could also, which I found out later, just stick it in the microwave. When you do it like this, be careful though, because I couldn't really see that the wax was melting, but it in fact is. It's going to melt clear if you have a clear bowl like me. So I was just like, oh my god, is it disintegrating? But it wasn't. Now, before you pour it in, make sure you let the wax cool a little bit, and you'll see why later. But then you're going to go ahead and take that melted wax and pour it just straight into your mold on top of your dry concrete, and then you just wait. Now, I missed a step and I forgot to tell you guys, but make sure before you pour that you put your candle wick in there. And then I kind of just created this little like anchor to keep it in place. I put 2 straws and put rubber bands on each side of them to make them stay. Now, this is where I was telling you guys to make sure that you don't do it too hot because it started melting my plastic and now it's all ugly. But we're going to work with this one. So also make sure that you move quickly because I poured a little bit of too less of candle wax in this one. So I had to do 2 layers, but it ended up coming out really cool.
Snows in the air, tree everywhere, wind from the lake, something in the air. Christmas is here, bring your lady cheer. 0 below you, only in a go. Ring, ring, I know, when she hit the phone. What? Just what she on, salt on the streets, Tim's on my feet, best time to give.
The first thing you're going to need is a vintage can. You can find this at Michaels. The second thing that we're going to need is some jute cord to tie a bow around our candle. Then you're just going to need some wax melts or some regular wax. I got some Balsam Citrus from Target. Then we're going to need some metallic paint. And then we're going to need some candle wicks. I used to use the same ones that I showed in the previous video, but this time we're going to use the wick. So the first thing we're going to do is melt down our candle wax. The Balsam Citrus didn't come with enough, so I added some unscented wax to make it a little bit more. Then the second step we're going to do is we're going to pour that wax and we're going to tie down those wicks with 2 straws. Boom. So we can go ahead and pour in the wax and then just play the waiting game. Then we're going to paint the ends of that cord to give it a cool vintage vibe. And then I just created a template on Canva and cut out a circle and then put my name and the name of the scent on it. And voila! There you have it, your own vintage candle in a few easy steps.